Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Very exciting day today. Got a lot going on. All right. First of all, welcome to Let's Eat LI, where our table is set for you. That's everyone and anyone and whoever. All right. So we got a great show this afternoon. We got a lot going on. So we're going to get right into it. Our first guests are going to have to leave a little early. As soon as they get here, we're going to get right into them. So let me introduce everybody. To my right here, we have the lovely and talented Gina Vicari, correct?
Thank you.
Okay, and she is a comic and an actress,
Yes.
too, by the way. And we're going to learn about her, later on, probably. Absolutely, we'll be learning about you.
If I'm not full from eating.
What's that?
If I'm not full from eating.
No, not yet. And then to my left, we have Steve. Steve from Barrage Brewery in Farmingdale,
How we
correct?
doing?
And we're going to learn all about you too, Steve.
Okay.
You can tell us a little bit about yourself now if you want.
Well, we're a microbrewery located in Farmingdale, Allen Boulevard, and we've been open 5 years.
Oh, wow.
And
Okay.
we kind of do eclectic style beers. Today I brought chocolate peanut caramel brown ale and
Sounds delicious.
salted caramel fudge porter. So
Okay.
we do things a little differently at our brewery.
Okay, so you're basically the dessert for today if you really think about it,
Pretty
right?
much. Pretty much.
That's interesting, and I want to learn more about how you do something like
Sure.
that, I know you've been, you're quite familiar with the Governor's Radio. You've been on
Yeah.
Mike and Pete the Wart, if anyone doesn't know what that is. That's a show where they primarily do all microbreweries and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, throughout the island, and now they have expanded into the tri-state area.
Tri-state area, okay.
A lot of some breweries can't make it down, but they call in.
Right.
And yeah, we throughout the whole time we taste everyone's beers and talk about them. And,
Sounds good.
Oh, it's awesome.
Just like, let's hope there isn't a cop or something that parked outside. when
No.
everybody leaves. All right. And then also, we have our palettes over here today. We have Andrea to my right, and we have Lori. Okay.
Hello.
Unfortunately, Andrea this is really actually going to be her last show because she has to go back to work. The summer's over.
For the winter.
Right. Time for her to go back. She'll be on, though, if she's ever off or something like that. And Lori will be on whenever she wants. We got a phone call. Let's see what's going on. Good afternoon. Let's Eat LI. How can we help you today?
Hello, Mr. Chef Felix. This is your favorite person, D.
Dennis. How are you, Dennis?
Good. How you been, bud?
Good. I got your message, and you liked what we sent you for your birthday, correct?
Yes, it was delicious.
Delicious,
I ate all
right?
3 of them.
All right. We sent Dennis some sugar pies. They were on the show once. They're like a whippy pie. Have you ever heard of them? No, probably not.
Whoopie pies, yes.
Yes. Well, they're like, actually, you're like the whoopie pies of beer for them because they have the same flavors that you do. They do the peanut butter,
I like
they do
it.
caramel, all that stuff. All right, Dennis. How was your weekend? You have a good weekend?
Oh, I had a blast.
Oh, that's good.
I just had a blast. I
Okay.
surprised didn't see my pitch. I surprised didn't see my post yet.
Oh, where was that?
It's in my cousin's thing. And then
Oh,
my,
I saw something like that. You had a video, right?
No, not a video. No, it was my DJ stuff.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll check again. We'll see, and I'll post it.
Yeah. It's so
Yeah.
cool. I was DJing that my cousin's pool party actually, and I rocked the
Oh,
house.
okay. Yeah, you know what happened, Dennis? I lost power in my house, so my internet was down all weekend and everything. So that's probably why I didn't see it.
Maybe that's why. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at it and comment on it and see if you like
All
it.
right. Anyway, Dennis, I want you to enjoy today's show. We got a lot going on here. We got the Big Black food truck, and we have Steve over here from Barrage Brewery. So I hope you're going to enjoy the show.
Oh, I'm watching it right now. It's pretty cool.
All right, great. And we have Gina Vicari over here.
Hi, Gina.
She's saying hello to you.
Hello, Dennis.
Yeah. All right.
How you guys doing?
All right. Okay. All right, Dennis. So we're gonna continue on with the show. Thanks
Yep.
for calling. All right.
Yeah, you guys are awesome.
Yeah. Thank you, Dennis. I appreciate it. You're pretty
I'd
awesome
like to give
yourself.
I'd like to give a shout out to All the Gods Radio.
Sure. So, go ahead.
I'd like to give a shout out to All Gods Radio, including my best friend is Felix and also Dan.
Dan. Okay. No problem,
see.
Dennis.
No problem. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Felix.
You're welcome.
Hi, Felix. Thanks so much.
No problem at all, Dennis. Anytime, call in. All right.
Thank you. Yep.
All right.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Dennis is our regular caller, I guess. He's pretty cool. All right, so where were we? So we were talking about some of the Barrage Brewery, I think,
Barrage Brewery.
right? And we were saying goodbye to Andrea. And Lori, you're welcome anytime that you want to
Thank
come
you.
down.
Thank you.
Okay? So that means, we have some openings, too, for some Palette Sisters, if anybody would like to come down and taste some wonderful food and have a good time. Okay? And we're going to try... Right now we're running with a guest comic every show, which is good. That's nice. And right now, folks, we're just waiting for the big black truck to come in. They're a little pressed for time. They're going to come in. They're going to explain their meals. And then we're going to go right into Barrage Brewery. We're going to eat, drink, and have fun.
Be married.
Right.
Be married.
Be married.
Great minds.
We were all thinking of that.
So while we're here, while they're not here yet, the brewery, does it have any food in there or anything like that? Or
No,
how does it work?
we're not allowed to actually have a food truck or anything, and we don't have a license to prepare food there. But we always offer people to bring in whatever they want, and
Okay.
we'd be surprised people will bring in whole meals
Right.
sometimes from local restaurants that are
Oh,
around.
really? Okay.
Yeah, we're very close to. I mean, we're right off 110, so 110 is a corridor of
Yeah, there's
just
everything.
many different types.
You have
of
like
food.
Absolutely Mario. You have all different
They,
places.
they are actually about 50 yards from us.
From you,
Wow.
Absolutely Mario. I love that place. I'm trying to get them on the show, actually.
Very good food.
Yeah, it's
Very
like
good.
your traditional Italian type of
Yep.
restaurant, And I believe it's called Absolutely Mario because the owner, whose name is Mario, when you ask him something, he always says absolutely.
Yep.
They
Yep.
call it Absolutely Mario.
Adorable.
Yep.
All right. So when someone comes to see you, they're there just for tasting and buying beer, or
Yeah, we have a tasting room where people could come in. They could do a flight of 4 different beers,
okay,
or they could do pints. They can buy beer to go, and just hang out and relax.
Okay.
And we have games where people can play games like Connect Four and Trouble. and
darts. I hope.
Candy.
No,
No darts.
No
No
darts.
darts. Yeah, that's
I guess
goes
after.
a little liability.
Right.
Yeah, that's true. It's like having firearms and alcohol. Darts and alcohol don't mix
Yeah.
either. Yeah.
I know most bars do, but we're not a bar.
Right, right. So you're not a bar, really. So you're just a place to come,
Can I
check out
ask
the.
what the difference is between a bar and a brewery?
Well, one, we produce the product on site.
Oh, okay.
Um,
so
and
it's fresh,
like,
fresh beer.
fresh as you're gonna get it.
Wow.
And the you're not allowed, like at our place you couldn't open a bottle of beer to drink it. We could serve it to you in a glass,
Oh, okay.
but anything that is packaged has to be consumed off premise.
Okay.
Real off premises. That's unusual. Usually it's the other
And
way
that's pretty much across the board for all
Uh-huh.
breweries.
Yeah.
around. That's cool.
Yeah, it's you know what, it's New York State Governor Cuomo has been very proactive in the beer, wine, and spirits,
Okay.
getting permits and licensing, and just making it a little easier for the breweries and tasting rooms, wineries, to actually try to make some money.
Right.
And everybody's big about, and especially we are. You think New York, you drink New York.
Right. Right.
And that's a big promotion that's going on right now, where we want people to, and there are so many breweries, so many wineries, just in New York State alone. Buy New York because it's some of the best stuff out there instead of getting it from out of state.
right.
Basically support your local,
So,
Right.
definitely.
and that's a big thing now in New York State.
Now, do you sell to any restaurant? I mean, do you do any wholesaling out there?
Oh
or
yeah,
anything?
we sell to pretty much all the way from Queens, Brooklyn, all the way out
Okay.
to the Forks, bars, restaurants, and home distributorships.
Oh, okay. Anyone in particular that you're prevalent in?
It's just,
Or you can't really say.
no, there's so many.
There's so many? Oh, okay.
There's so many. Bar and restaurant wise, the Good Life, Massapequa.
Yes, I know them. I'm trying to actually get them on the show.
Oh, they're awesome.
Yeah, and they have another restaurant too. It's like a breakfast place. I
the
believe, right?
Jam.
Jam, yeah. Very talented people.
Definitely. They also own Massapequa Perk.
Oh, okay, really? All right. So he's got a lot going on there.
Yep. So to them, to all the Croxley Ales.
Croxley's, okay.
Morrison's, Jackson's. There's just a list.
It's just endless.
Yeah, out east, First and South, and Taps and Apps, and
Okay.
so many.
All right. So hopefully they'll get here soon, the gentlemen, so then we can start tasting your beer, and hopefully everything will be okay then. All right. Let's take a break right now. I want to say hello. She's watching us right now. Katie Danforth. How are you, Katie? Everyone say hello to Katie.
Hi, Katie.
She's actually in Florida now. She moved down there, from what I understand. Katie is a chef. Her and I used to work together. We used to teach together at a la carte cooking school, and she was kind of like my little sister, you know what I mean? She was a great person, great chef. She went to Johnson Wales. So, Katie, I want to give a shout out to you, and congratulations. I know you're married. I don't know if you have a child yet. If you did, congratulations for that, too. I know we've been out of touch a little bit, but thanks for watching. Last week, we had the Purple Elephant here, and the person that represented Purple Elephant, Kelly Baker. Everyone remember Kelly?
Yes.
Kelly with an I.
Kelly
And
with
she's
an I.
also a very
Good
talented singer.
musician.
And I believe she's going to be on Knock 'em Dead possibly next week. I'm not sure. I didn't get the particulars yet. But Kelly, we want to say hello to you. All right? And thanks for the food last week. And we wish you all the best musically. I heard your song. Very interesting. You have a lovely voice. Who else we got? We got Jeff. Jeff Bossy, who's a comedian. Everyone knows him at Governor's. He's a good friend of Bonnie Scalisi, who is here. So we want to say hello to Jeff. Maybe, Jeff, you could come on the show sometime, and if you'd like to taste the food, come on down. Okay? And that's about it for now. Anybody else want to say anything? Gina, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself while we're waiting for the big black
We're
food
waiting
truck?
for our food.
Yes.
Well, thank you for having me on. I'm
You're welcome.
originally from New York, but now I live in the panhandle of Florida.
Okay.
What a difference.
I'm sure.
We did suffer from Hurricane Michael last year, and so I'm glad now that Dorian is headed to Florida that I'm here. Although that storm the other night was pretty fun. It was like Thursday
Yeah, I lost power
night.
on that one.
Wow.
Yeah.
Me too. And I was a little nervous, but I'm a comedian and an actress. I've written a couple of plays. I love the theater. That was what originally got me into show
Okay, great.
business was theater. And I love radio too. I actually had a radio show years ago with my dad called Gina Vaccari and Friends.
Gina
and that was a
Vaccari and
lot of
Friends.
fun.
Okay.
Shout out to anybody who might know the old comedian Otto and George. He was a ventriloquist.
Yes,
Oh,
Otto
did
and
you know
George.
him?
People are familiar with Otto
Yeah,
and
he
George.
was a good friend of mine.
I think he appears here every once in a while.
he's passed away.
Oh, he's passed away.
Yeah,
Well, maybe his spirit appears here every
Well,
once in a
I'm
while.
sure he was
Cheryl
one of
would
the
know that.
funniest
Yeah.
comics around. He's the one who gave me a
Cheryl
leg
would
up
know
in the
that.
stand-up
Oh,
business
okay.
years
But I remember
ago.
Otto and George. Sure,
Yeah,
absolutely.
talented guy.
Uh-huh. Anyone else famous that you worked with?
Oh, well, I've worked with a lot of, like Dennis Leary. I used to book a club called on Governor's Island,
Okay.
which is in Manhattan. It's actually it was a base back in the day.
Uh-huh.
And Dennis Leary and Rhett Butler.
Rhett Butler,
Many
okay.
comedians used to come on. Most of those comedians are famous and have their own shows now. It's a
Yeah.
whole new crop of wonderful
Well,
young comedians.
Rhett
Support
Butler,
comedy.
from what I understand, she was on The Walking Dead, but she kind of lost her head in that show. If I don't.
Oh,
if
I didn't see
remember.
that one.
Yeah.
The Walking
I don't know
Dead.
if there's any
You
Walking
mean
Dead
literally
fans out
lost her
there,
head or
but
figuratively?
on the show,
Okay.
she actually lost her head.
Oh my
but,
gosh.
I was trying to make a bad joke, but obviously it really was bad. But any Walking Dead fans out there, she was one of the. I don't recall, but she was, obviously one of the survivors in Walking Dead. And
She's a funny lady, very funny lady.
she ran into some really bad people with a whole bunch of and they had a really bad ending of the season where everybody got beheaded, and they put their heads on the poles or something like
Oh
that.
no.
And she was one of them. So.
Okay.
Not before we eat.
Right, not before you eat. Okay, but just to let everybody know that was on The Walking Dead. I don't know if there's any Walking Dead fans, but
When
I
I
like
used to
Walking
work
Dead.
at a place, a restaurant, I was a waitress, of course. When you're an actress, you have to be a waitress.
Right.
Oh God, his name just went out of my head. I'm sorry, but Adam
versus-
Sandler was
Adam
a kid,
Sandler,
okay?
okay.
And I used to wait tables at a place called Good Times. It was a comedy room back, I'm talking like
Uh-huh.
the early 80s or middle 80s. And he used to be on his bike. And he used to hit every comedy club in Manhattan, come on, do his set, and then go to the next comedy club.
Wow.
And he was marvelous even then. He was a kid. I mean, he was
Wow.
like
I'm sure.
17, 16
Yeah, I'm sure he
years
started
old.
out young.
Adam Sandler.
I think he went to
marvelous.
NYU or something, and he was doing like the clubs or something like
One of
that.
my
right?
favorite movies is with him and Drew Barrymore. he's,
Oh,
He's
okay.
really also a wonderful actor, which a lot of comedians really are wonderful
Absolutely.
actors.
Look at Robin Williams. Look at what
Oh
he did.
my gosh,
right?
yes. I
He
mean,
was
brilliant,
amazing.
right?
Yeah.
Even
absolutely.
Andrew Dice Clay, I think, is a wonderful
Yes, he
actor.
was very good in
He's
The
one of my
Star is Born.
favorite
He was really
movies.
good.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, I haven't caught
You haven't
that
seen
one
that
yet.
one either?
No.
Oh, okay. Star is Born. He plays
He plays
Lady
the
Gaga's father, actually.
Oh,
yeah.
now I have
yeah.
to see
was
it.
Very good.
Oh my
Very
gosh.
good.
Yeah. Yeah, you'd be surprised how many people that are comedians and then they turn into very fine actors.
Yeah.
You know, it's really incredible.
Well, I think back in the day, a lot of us who were actors
Uh-huh.
turned into comedians to get stage time.
Right.
I
that's
did.
true. right.
It was, easier than
Right.
trying to hustle up off Broadway and Broadway. So a lot of us would do our own act, and that's how we would make the rounds.
Same thing. There's some actors that turn into singers too, as well,
Mm.
right? Or singers that turn into actors, right? We have that too, like Mark Wahlberg, right?
Oh,
He-
yeah,
He
Mark
started
Wahlberg.
out doing hip hop, and he's a great actor. I think he's one of the better actors of our time.
He really is good.
Okay, Adam Colbert is watching, so I want to say
Any
hello
relation?
to Adam. Any relation to
Stephen
Steve
Colbert?
Colbert? I hope not, but we'll see. No, I don't think Adam is. If he is, he'll let us know. All right, so folks, we're still waiting for the big black food truck here. I think maybe Steve, maybe if you want to take out a beer or something like that, maybe we can have one.
As soon as you open a beer, the food will come.
Yeah, that's right.
It
You know
usually
that,
works
right?
that
If
way.
you open
That
it,
always
they will
happens.
come.
If you open it, it's
All
like
right.
instead of Field of Dreams, this is Studio of Dreams or something
Studio
like
of
that.
Dreams.
Yeah. Anyway, we're having a good time here anyway. So
Absolutely.
That's right.
I just hope they come in soon. I know they have to leave. So this might just be a
Ooh.
to-go order actually, but that looks.
That's
Yeah, let's see
yeah.
that
Yeah.
can. Look at that
This
Wow.
is it's called a crowler.
crowler.
And
Okay.
we actually fill these on premise.
Okay.
So you could pick any beer off our tap list, and we could fill them. You could take them home.
Oh
and
wow.
it equals 2 pints.
Can I
Okay.
touch that actually? If you don't
It's
mind.
ice cold too.
Yeah, no problem. Oh, wow, this is
The
excellent.
chef, he can probably.
Oh my God. So folks, how would you like to sit in your backyard by the pool or something, even run the
Yeah.
sprinkler and
Yeah.
have a crowler, man? This is
Yeah.
great.
Yes.
You know what I like you to do? I like you to put it by that camera.
Sure.
So when he comes back, he's going to focus in on that. It's going to be great. Oh, wow, look at that. That's cool.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Do you
Yeah.
do light all the way to very dark beers, or do you specialize in
We-
a type?
You know what? We kind of got for a while there. We were doing a lot of dark beers, but we do anything from pilsners and German style Kolsch's to porters. Stouts,
I love stouts.
IPAs.
There they are, of course.
There we go.
So
Okay,
this is
see,
full
there you
beer
go.
out.
Good thing we didn't
And I
open
didn't
it.
even open it.
They
Yeah.
can come in, right?
Yeah, have them
Yeah.
come in, man. No problem.
They'll-
Andrew,
Well,
open the
wrong
door for
room.
them. All right, they can come in that way. That's sure. That's fine. Anyway, guys,
guys.
man. I'm trying to get you out of here.
Here.
All right, here we go. Just put the food right there.
John.
How's it going, man?
John.
Hey, Chef.
I'm
And that's
Gina.
Tony, right?
That's so
Nice to
That's
meet you,
Gina.
John.
Hi,
Hi,
Yeah.
Tony.
You know what, guys?
How's
Just
How's it going, man?
put your food over there.
How you
We're
doing?
gonna take a picture of it. You can explain what it is.
Come sit next to me.
Yeah,
one of
come
you.
sit over here next to Gina. She doesn't bite. Except your food, she'll bite. That's about it.
Good to be here. Good to be
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
Good to see
Come on
you.
down,
We've been waiting
man.
for you.
All right.
Look at these guys,
Come on in,
man.
sit
Hard-working
down.
guys.
We're trying.
We got to get them out of here. They got to be in Babylon, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
We're
no
wanted
problem.
men.
You wanted men. Okay, you know what? Can you get them in the picture? Yeah, he's gonna try and get you in the picture. Focus on their
I'm gonna
food.
move
Get them in
over.
the
You move
picture.
over and
You guys
then
headed
And,
to
a little bit
guys headed
Yeah,
to
going.
the block party?
towards me.
Towards you.
You want to get on that
Right,
camera?
okay.
All right, so we get on this camera here.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes. He's gonna
There's no way
fit
about
you
big
all
heads.
in.
Yeah,
Fit into
No
fit
way,
these
no way
guys,
that's gonna happen,
man.
man. You're gonna have to angle
And then
this, man.
and then do the
You gotta angle it for the stars, all right?
take a picture of
Well,
their
then that's
food.
these. Oh, sorry. Wrong stuff.
Hey man, we're all having a good time here today. That's great.
Oh, porn was last night.
Yeah, when there was a show last night, Three's Company, they were talking about porn.
Yeah.
It's too bad. It's
Bonnie
not happy 'cause I
Scalisi
get
is
invited
one of
for
the
that.
yeah. Chef, come on, you got to bring us back, and we're
We're
not
gonna
just
have you
about
back,
food.
guys. Don't
Oh,
worry
okay.
We're
about
not
that.
just about food, so we want to be included in these type of discussions.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'll hook you up with that. No
All
problem.
right.
Yeah.
So tell us about your truck.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, my name is John. This is my brother Anthony. We are the owners of the Big Black Food Truck.
Okay.
Our concept really is just to give you a little bit of everything. So our concept is really comfort food. But you know how a lot of food trucks specialize in one. Who's lost?
I'm not lost, so we lost.
We're not lost. A lot of food trucks focus on one thing. They
Right.
do tacos, they do hot dogs,
Right.
whatever. We try to give you a little bit of everything. So it's shown in our dishes.
Right.
We have burgers, we have pulled pork tacos, we do breakfast. That's our Eggy Murphy sandwich over
Okay.
there.
Peggy Murphy.
I think I
grilled
smell that.
cheese.
That's the most prevalent. one.
Yeah. So again, we try not to limit ourselves. We try to have fun.
Uh-huh.
When you come to our truck, you're gonna hear all different types of music. It's about the vibe.
Right.
It's it's a whole thing.
Are you going to
So,
be tomorrow? Are you going to be at the Food Truck Fridays?
Yes, we will be at
Okay,
Food Truck
that's
Fridays
the-
in Levittown. We're pretty much gonna be
That's
there
right.
throughout the fall.
Okay,
we're locked
great.
in.
Friday.
We're locked in
All
pretty
right.
much the rest of the year there.
And today,
Shout out to Wendy,
and today, people. Okay, Wendy. Yeah, absolutely. That's the goddess of food trucks.
the
Did you
goddess
know
of
that?
food trucks.
That's Wendy right there. And today you're gonna be in Babylon, right?
Yes.
Which I know you guys got to head out to.
Right.
So if anybody wants to catch him today,
But where in Babylon?
you know,
It's pretty much on 231 or Deer Park Street or Avenue where it is.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Thursday
yeah.
festival.
Yes.
Oh,
This is the last one for the
okay.
season.
That's
They
right.
had a few postponements, so
Okay.
this is the last one.
Out of the four, only two of them survived. So
Oh,
Looks like they're gonna post us
All right.
up near Lily Flanagan's. We'll be up
Okay.
there with some
Right,
other food
right.
trucks. So
you can't,
please,
miss, you can't miss Big Black. Just look for Big Black, it'll be there.
that's right.
okay.
That's
Now what we're gonna do is focus in on their food. Just explain the dishes one more time. Okay, and then we're gonna wish you luck today.
The burger?
Yeah, do the burger.
I'm curious. So, how did you get into the food truck
That's a
business?
great question.
Me and
I get
John
paid the
been,
big bucks for
me
that.
and John been in the restaurant business for over. We have accumulated about 30 years in the restaurant business.
Oh wow.
I mean, he's a little older than me, but I mean, when I was 19 years old,
You never tell.
I started at a restaurant. and We met each other.
Oh,
We actually
okay.
met
And
at TGI Fridays.
Yeah,
in
and
Alhambra.
Oh wow.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
And if everybody knows it in restaurant business, everyone. You go to one place and the other place, you'll see somebody
Right.
you used to work with in another restaurant.
Sure.
Of
You
course.
you meet lifelong friends.
So 15,
Absolutely.
15 years later, we're at a restaurant in Farmingdale, and I'm behind the bar, and the owner of that restaurant was like, "I got somebody you got to train." I'm like, all right.
And there you go, right?
Oh,
I mean, a
wow.
mutual friend, and I was moonlighting. At this point, I was out of the industry, but I was still moonlighting bartending.
Right.
And but I was just getting into mixology, which is a whole
Right.
other level.
I have to say you look
Of
familiar. I
bartending.
think I might have gotten a drink from you one time.
Probably. So he put me under his wing as far as that goes, and then we just came up with the idea at that point. Why don't we get a food truck?
Uh huh.
And 2 years later, here we are.
Okay, great.
Here we are.
All right, so real quick, tell us what you brought us. He's gonna focus in on it,
All right.
and then we're gonna wish you
Okay.
on your way.
So let's start with the burger. So we call it Da Burger, D-A.
D.A.
All right.
Da
So-
Burger.
Da Burger.
The
So,
burger, okay.
Not district
It
attorney.
always has
Nope.
no,
It's Da Burger.
Da Burger. No, the first one right
the
there.
first one.
All
That's the burger
Wait,
right there.
no, the burger right there. Start with that one.
This one.
Right.
Okay.
So today we did. It always has a half pound of Angus meat on it.
Nice.
Okay. So we did cheddar cheese, lettuce, tomato, shiitake mushrooms, and we did a pretzel bun for you today.
Nice.
All right.
Different.
We have our Eggy Murphy, which is one
that.
of our fan favorites. So
Thank
it's basically our spin on, the Hungry Man when you go to
Right.
It's our spin on that.
Everyone knows in New York you can get egg sandwich any time of the day.
Yeah.
Right. And we serve
So-
breakfast all day long. So
Yeah.
bacon, egg, and cheese, sausage, egg, and cheese you can get from us as well.
Okay.
But with that, you have sausage, 2 eggs, bacon, cheddar, and you have the pretzel bun.
And then
Nice.
hash brown on
And
the
a hash
bottom.
brown on the bottom.
That probably would be my favorite. I
Yeah.
think.
Now we have the third one is a secret assassin. We call it is our grilled cheese.
The secret assassin.
Yeah, it's something that once you bite into it, it's like I don't want more of that.
Nice.
Hmm?
All right.
It's a multigrain
Okay.
with a 4 cheese blend. Sometimes
Okay.
we use provolone. We use cheddar, provolone, What am I missing here, John? Talk to me. Right
Pepper
now.
jack.
Yeah,
It
pepper
depends
jack.
on how we feel that
Okay.
week.
It's
It
all-
always
it's
changes,
all
but it's always four
on-
cheeses.
Right.
It's all-
That's good.
With a little bit of sauteed mushrooms, taki mushrooms,
Okay.
onions, and arugula with a little bit of touch of truffle
Nice.
salt in there.
Nice.
What kind of bread is it on?
It's a multi-grain.
Multi-grain.
Whole wheat multi-grain.
Okay.
Right.
And then you have your
That's
pulled
our pulled pork tacos.
Nice.
So, it's smoked pulled pork meat. It's got a little bit of spice to it.
Okay.
All right. We got shredded cheese over that. Our coleslaw is oil and vinegar based.
No
Okay,
mayo.
good. No
No
mayo, huh?
He
mayo.
hates mayo, and I
You guys
don't
pretty
particularly
healthy.
care for it either.
It's
so
not. No, there's nothing healthy on that truck. Nothing.
Don't listen to him.
Except
So,
you guys.
we
You guys
try,
are
we try to
healthy.
be a little bit healthy.
I guess.
Also, we keep corn tortillas on for the vegans as well. So,
Okay.
and it has jalapenos.
Okay. Very nice.
Wow.
Those are 4
All
of our
right.
dishes. We really have about 20 dishes,
Uh huh.
but we just wanted to give you 4 of our favorites.
No
today for you to
problem. Well,
try.
we're gonna have you back on again, guys.
Absolutely.
Yeah, please.
Okay.
please.
Do a
You
project
spend a little
with
more
Sean
time with
Wilson
us.
to get out of
And let's
here.
just get into a bunch of subjects, man. It doesn't have to be
Absolutely.
food, all right?
I usually have another food truck on. I'll have you guys on at the same time. So,
Absolutely.
You know.
Ooh,
And
battle.
we always have a good time with the food truck.
Hey,
so.
food trucks are blowing up right now.
They
Right.
really
We're a little
are.
late for the West Coast and down south, but
Right.
little by little, the Northeast and New York,
Right.
it's.
But- and
Manhattan-
hopefully-
and Manhattan's pretty big.
Yeah. Hopefully they'll change the laws a little better for you guys.
Hey,
yeah.
man.
It's some really old antiquated laws
Yes,
on,
they
on
do.
the books that
Yep.
are still hurting
They're
people.
still-
You got
they're
peddler's
still
license
stuck in the,
license
government.
laws on there
Right.
from like what the 1940s.
Yeah, they're
that
still
are
stuck
still
in our
on?
government. They're on the hot dog,
Right.
the hot dog rules.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
whatever it is. Yeah. The pretzel
Completely,
guy.
totally different what we
Yeah.
have.
Just,
there,
just
you know?
outdated
Yeah.
stuff, outdated
Okay.
stuff. But you
All
can't
right.
stop the future.
Excellent.
So
All right, guys.
thank
So
you very much.
good luck in
you.
Babylon.
Thank you.
Good luck in
Thank
Babylon
you.
today.
Thank you very much. for
Guys,
having us.
see you
remember,
over
just go
there.
down to the town of Babylon and you're going to meet them.
That'd be
And
great.
And you're going to taste their
Try out their
wonderful
food.
food.
I have actually had their food several times.
Have you?
Good.
Okay.
And to this day, those deep fried ribs that you
Yeah.
guys did.
Oh yes,
Hey,
yes.
understand,
Oh.
our menu is continuous. We can go
Wait,
from
did you say fried ribs?
Yeah, they
Deep
do
fried
fried ribs.
ribs.
Yeah.
fried ribs.
Whoa.
They were
Wow.
so.
We have about 30 things on our menu.
Yeah,
Wow.
we're doing deep fried Girl Scout cookies this week.
Nice.
Dos, Thin Mints.
Not Girl Scouts, but they're fried Girl
Ah!
Scouts.
There's
No,
good.
no R. Kelly stuff around.
Right.
Oh.
No brownies or anything like
Yeah,
that, right?
yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Eddie Murphy's supposed to be hosting Saturday Night Live
yes.
soon.
Yeah.
So maybe you could send
Eddie
him one of
Murphy.
those Eggy Murphys.
Oh,
Yeah.
love that. Love that.
Oh my God.
He's from Long Island, so we'll see.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's true.
I
Roosevelt.
used to perform here all the time
Yeah.
back
Yeah.
in the day.
Okay, guys.
Hey, it's
Thanks.
a pleasure.
Good luck,
Thank you
guys.
so
Thank
much.
you.
Good luck. All right, give him a hand, guys. Everybody give him a hand. There you go.
Food and beer.
Excellent. Coming, guys, coming back.
All right.
Right?
we'll be back.
We'll get a better date. All right. Thanks for coming down. All right, Steve. It's all you, baby.
All you.
We're gonna disperse the food while you're talking and telling us about Barrage. All right.
Well, we're gonna obviously. I didn't even have to open it, and they showed up.
Isn't
Right.
that funny?
So that's
It's like
awesome.
a genie in a bottle. Maybe we should have rubbed the
Yeah.
can and then you got
Um,
two big genies that came in. You know?
Our first beer is called a Salt and Fudgery,
A salt fudgery. Okay.
and it is a salted caramel fudge porter.
Wow.
And the idea came from I was at a restaurant, and for dessert we had this wonderful sea salt caramel
Ooh.
fudge brownie,
Nice.
and I said, "Oh my God, I have to make this into a beer."
I don't know how you do that. You're gonna have to
We're
tell
both
us. this-
saying that.
Right, yeah.
Well,
Right.
For 28 years, I worked at Entenmann's Bakery,
Oh, okay.
Oh, I love you.
Everybody loves
Oh
that
my
to me.
God.
and
Beer at
so
Entenmann's.
I kind of learned a lot about taking flavors and what to use. And in the beer industry, our big thing that really is bad for beer is oil. So I
Right.
had to figure a way around putting oil in beer, and as you know,
Right.
chocolate's heavy in
Can't-
oil.
Yeah. Right.
Heavy
right,
in oil.
Right. Yep.
So what we had to do was, and again, when I was at Entenmann's, I worked in the flavor room for a while.
I have a friend, excuse me, that worked there. Zuma. She's a
Oh,
manager. Laura.
Oh, here we
Laura.
go,
She's
folks.
my neighbor.
Here we go.
It's a
Laura
small
and
world.
Laura
I,
is my neighbor. She's one house away
Here we
from
go.
me.
Laura and I are
She's in the Comac branch
yes
now.
are very good friends.
Oh, how funny!
We
is that?
we
There
started
you
out
go.
we started out together and kind of had a little relationship.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wait a minute.
Hey,
Wait.
this is getting steamy here
and
now, man.
and
She's my my neighbor.
She's
one house away.
She's
That's
one
so
of the
Hi, Laura.
nicest.
She's lovely. So she's
Shout
in,
out to
she's in the outlet in Comac.
Yes, yes.
In my, right in her neighborhood.
Yep,
So
yep.
that is so funny.
There you go, folks. Not only is
Small
this a
world.
small
Well, you're
studio,
married now.
I
but
am
it's
married.
a small world
She
as
had
well.
She
had
was
gotten
divorced,
married
yeah.
and had kids and
Yeah.
So you
So-
had to figure
Oh, so
out how to
way
get the
back
oil out of
when.
the chocolate.
Uh,
yeah.
Actually, we should thank her for getting married because otherwise you wouldn't have been doing barrage
No,
if you were
probably
with her,
not.
right?
Probably
How
not.
about that, right?
Yeah.
I'm
Nice
sorry,
girl,
I'm just
very
joking
nice
around.
No, no, it's all good.
So well, let's get back to the beer because that's what I really want to hear. So
Yeah, back to the chocolates.
yeah,
I worked in the flavor room and we did these things called emulsions. Instead of an extract, an emulsion is really basically taking whatever it is, concentrating it, but leaving the basis of it. So
I
it is
know.
still a natural product.
Right.
It's not artificial by any means. So we started reaching out to a bunch of different companies that are out, and we found a couple, and then we narrowed it down to one that actually do extremely well emulsions. And so we'll add chocolate emulsion. We'll also use cocoa nibs
Okay.
in our beers, which and again they're more bitter than anything, so we have to make sure we kind of balance that out with maybe some lactose,
Okay.
or we make sure the beer doesn't totally ferment out, so there is a residual sugar left in there.
right.
Same thing with caramel. We actually use caramel sauce that you put on ice cream
Right.
because the temperature that it needs in order to stay liquid
Right.
is a lot lower than if you would just get solid caramel,
Absolutely.
like caramel candy. You
Right.
have to melt it down.
right.
So we use that syrup. We also use the fudge that you would use on ice cream because at room
Right.
temperature it's still pourable.
Right. Right. Right.
And it actually blends well in with the beer. We do a white chocolate cream ale, and we use Starbucks
That
white
sounds so
chocolate syrup
good.
Oh, my
Wow.
God, really?
That sounds really
because it
good.
incorporates well into a hot liquid.
Right, right, right.
And beer is boiled before it is
Uh-huh.
actually fermented.
Wow.
Oh, I didn't even think
So
about
yeah,
that.
there's a bunch of
See?
little things that over time we've come up with.
Because I really wondered, like, how do you come up with like those flavors and incorporate it into the beer? That's incredible.
Yeah, there are so many different things that there's sugars
Right.
and fruit. Now fruit's becoming very big in beer.
Right.
So a lot of brewers are using purees.
Right. Right.
To mango and
Right.
banana, passion fruit, things like that.
I know some of the Caribbean breweries use this thing called Sorrel.
Mhm.
It's like after you boil it and everything, it's like a pinkish fruity type of thing
Oh, wow.
that's incorporated into their beer. So I'm sure it's probably similar to like what you do.
Yeah, I mean, and everything is pretty much added on the hot side when we're boiling.
Right.
So it incorporates very well into the beer. And we've had actually this beer we got a bronze medal at the World Beer Cup a year
Wow,
ago,
nice.
Wow, that's fantastic.
which is we have and it was in the chocolate category. So we have the third best chocolate beer in the world.
So you're not the only
Wow.
ones that do these flavors.
Oh no! There are many breweries that
Uh-huh.
and again, you could do an apple pie one way, and I'll do an apple pie another way,
Absolutely.
but they're both apple pies.
Right.
And it's the same thing with beer. My take on this beer, somebody could do the same exact, call it salted caramel fudge porter, but it's going to taste different because
Right.
of the way they want it to come out.
Right. Right.
So it's all about flavor.
Yeah, just like with wine, everybody is
Yes.
different.
Yeah, there are how many Chardonnays and how many.
Right.
But
But
one
what
might
makes
be
you
oaky,
like that
one.
one?
Might be sweet, one
Right.
might be dry.
Right.
Um,
Exactly.
Yep, same idea
Incredible.
with beer.
All right. So that's the crowler.
Yep, and I will
We have glasses right there,
start
everybody.
pouring.
Oh, there you
Yeah,
go.
the
How did
fruit's
you
coming
get
and the
into
beer is
making
pouring.
beer?
Actually, a buddy of mine, and this is over 25 years ago. He was homebrewing. He was making, and we were just making English ales,
Right.
stuff like that, old English ales, porters, and I liked it.
Right.
We stopped doing it for a while, and then I wound up
Thank you.
running into a bunch of guys that
Yeah, he gave us
had a
four.
homebrew club,
Oh, okay.
and it's called Long Island Beer and Malt Enthusiasts.
I've heard of them. Yep.
And I said, "Yeah, you guys have a club and all that." They're like, "Yes, yes." So I joined their club, and at the time I had met a bunch of people in the industry, that was starting to open breweries,
Nice color too.
and I said, I think I could do this. And for a few years, I started doing it at home, and then I went to the Seibel Institute in Chicago, the Seibel Institute
Okay.
of Brewing Technology, and started taking courses while I worked my full-time job.
Oh, mother.
Wow.
I would on my vacation time, I would go
Shoot
to
out to
Chicago
Chicago.
for a couple of weeks, take courses, and it is yours, and go from there. And
Incredible.
then finally, I said, you know what? Let's do this.
Yeah, that.
You eat first.
And we've been open 5 years now.
Okay.
Does everybody have?
So,
There you go.
are you the only
Waiting for her.
place? Is Barrage only has one place?
Yes, we only have one.
Where is it?
32 Allen Boulevard in Farmingdale. We're literally a stone's throw
Right
from
off
Absolutely Mario's.
Right.
Right where 110 is. Everybody knows the landmark. White Castle's on the corner.
Right.
Oh,
Of
wow.
course. Oh, I know that. I know that line.
How
White
could you not
Castle's
know
on the
that?
corner. So, yeah, we've been open 5 years. It's it's not an easy industry. But as of right now, I believe there are 65 breweries on Long Island.
Yeah, it's becoming more
65.
popular.
Wow.
Yes.
And in New York State, for any county, Suffolk County has the most breweries out of any county in New York State.
Oh wow. Okay.
I'm not surprised. When my stepsister was a kid, boy, everybody, that's all there was to do out here, was to go out and drink beer. Yeah.
I just want to say Jim Rhea, who you
Yes.
know is watching us from Three's Company. I got,
Oh, my
go
God.
ahead. Okay.
No, I just want to make sure everyone has.
Oh yeah.
Oh, my
Well,
God.
I gotta
that
tell you,
taco is great.
The aroma is
Smells really good.
it's unbelievable. You smelled it, beer?
Not yet.
Oh, it reeks of the fudge. Basically, it's very good.
Oh, wow. Oh, it does smell good.
Nice.
I always liked breakfast stout, but I also like a chocolate breakfast stout.
This
and-
would be great for like brunch or anything
Oh, my
like that,
gosh.
or at night. What the heck? This is
We've
great.
we've had many converts where people are, I really don't like beer, and then we give them something like this, and they're
Delicious.
taken back by how do you get beer's not supposed to taste like this.
Right,
It's
right,
supposed to be just bitter and
Right.
Yeah, right.
And
I was one of those people, and this is
Many-
really
many
people are.
fantastic.
Many
oh,
people
my
are.
God.
Instead of a root beer float, I think I'd float a scoop of vanilla ice cream in this thing.
we actually had
Oh,
several
wow.
restaurants. One of them, Chow Baby in Massapequa.
Sure, I'm familiar with Chow Baby.
There was one in Comac.
Yep. They were doing a adult float with one of our beers. Actually, I have with us, which is a toasted coconut caramel milk
Oh, I
stout.
love coconut.
Okay, great.
Oh, my God.
But they were doing an adult float, so after your dinner, you would get this adult float with beer in it. So
That's a great idea, too. Now the kids are all, the kids today have these sort of soda poppy
Right.
drinks. They should really stick to this stuff.
sparkling sodas.
Yeah, this is great.
This is, I mean,
what
it's
about
rich.
the alcohol content? This is equivalent to the regular
tasty.
beer content.
It's
Alcohol?
6.5.
6.5, okay.
Very good.
So not
bad.
extremely high, but not like Budweiser, where Budweiser's like 4.
What about a caloric content?
Well, you know what? This one has probably got a decent amount of calories in it, just from the the fudge and cocoa that we use
Wish
in
them into the cornfield, that's all.
it. So
This taco is out of
Oh,
this
with the
world.
pork, that's good, right?
Yes.
All right.
I mean, it is. I'm sorry the guys had to go and
Yeah.
couldn't hear that. Their food is really wonderful.
It looks great. Looks great. All right, so I guess we'll take a minute out, eat some of this, and then we'll get back into the beer.
Yeah, the taco is very good.
It really is.
Very nice. Really good.
My goodness.
Spicy.
Yeah.
Now, why can't you have a truck by you?
it's our landlord forbids it, so
Oh.
we abide by the.
It's not the
Contract?
law then.
No.
Okay.
Wow, that is really good.
It really is.
Are you allowed to have like snacks for people?
We
Like
do.
Potato chips, beer, pretzels, stuff like that.
Actually, the state kind of wants anyone that has a tasting room to supply some type of snack
See, I would think that.
and water.
Um,
So we supply. We try to do different snacks. We do like pop chips and some of the Terra chips, stuff like that.
Okay.
that,
Ow, is that good?
and of course pretzels. We had
Did
to
you
have
say
pretzels.
people could bring food in?
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know if
Yeah.
I heard that.
Yeah.
See, that's marvelous.
We actually have a couple of restaurants that we have menus for that know our place and deliver to us.
Right.
Oh,
well, that's good.
really?
Yeah.
So
That's great. That's a great idea.
This is very good.
Oh my gosh, the food is really wonderful. Don't forget West Babylon. That last festival. Did he say the last festival of the summer?
yep.
I guess they were taken out last week because of that rainstorm.
Could have been.
They do it. I believe they do it every other week.
Right.
Oh, okay.
And there was a couple. We had throughout
Farmerville has some,
these
too.
last couple of months. We've had some out of nowhere, thunderstorms that
Right.
roll in and roll out pretty quick, but they cause a lot of damage.
Now, can people like order this online and get it shipped to them at all?
No.
You can't
No.
do that, right?
That we don't have a license for that. We are looking to partner with another company that does do that. They had reached out to us.
Okay.
So hopefully in the near future we'll be able to. And again, these are just crowlers. We actually do regular 16-ounce cans of some of our beers.
Okay.
What does that mean, crowler?
That's the,
It's an actual. Before these came out, they were called growlers, and they were glass, and they look like a moonshine jug kind of.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And they're anywhere from 32 ounce to 64 ounce. So this company came out with the idea of actually you can can the beer, which one, no light gets in it, and it's a sealed package, and if you drop it, it's not going to break.
See, that's a great idea.
And it's light. Where
Uh-huh.
glass is, you got to soak it. This at the end of the day, you throw it in your recyclable, and that's
there
it.
you go. Yeah. Wow.
Very good.
Oh my God.
This beer is so good.
You
It
like it?
really is.
Oh my God.
Oh my
Thank you,
God.
thank you. There is more if anybody
So
I'll
wants.
is
take a
this
little bit
cheese?
more.
Oh my God,
Grilled
it's so
cheese
good.
sandwich is also
That's good, it's
very
good, good.
Oh my gosh.
The head on it's wonderful too.
Yeah.
You know, very good.
Very fudgy. It's like a dessert.
Now, do you sell like a lot of stuff in kegs at all, like for places? Go ahead, eat. I don't wanna
Majority,
interrupt
the majority of
Yeah.
that stuff is either canned
you. Right.
or keg.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Good. All right. It goes well with my what they call it sandwich, the Eddie.
Eggy Murphy.
Eggy Murphy.
Yeah, it goes great with that.
Murphy, Eggy Murphy.
That's a great play on words.
Eggy Murphy. All right.
That was very good.
Very good, right?
Yeah, really good. I mean, you wouldn't imagine years ago that a truck could produce such good food.
Oh my gosh.
It used to just be the old hot dog stands and
Right.
And
It's
if you were
evolved.
lucky, there was a Knish on it.
yeah,
Right.
and you wondered what was in that water.
It's evolved.
aunt-
It's
my
really
aunt
evolved
is the
tremendously.
original
Everything
Knish.
that they.
Oh, really?
Yes,
they do.
On Houston Street on 2nd Avenue.
You said what?
No,
I'm
no
sorry.
Shimmels. My aunt is the original Knish.
Right.
Oh, you're kidding. Oh, I had a
The
Knish for
inventor of
breakfast.
Knishes.
Wasn't that great?
She's on the Lower East Side in Houston.
Still?
Oh, they're still there. She's not there anymore.
Oh, I'll
but
have to
they're still
check
there.
that out. Definitely.
Oh God.
They've long
All
gone.
right. So let's continue with our beer. But what you want to eat a little bit first before we
Yeah.
continue?
Oh,
Go ahead.
good.
I mean, really good.
I put all chocolatey style. Let's see what we have. Oh, let's go with Cafe de Leche.
Nice. Okay.
So there's a coffee flavor to it. We actually use Brazilian style beans that we do add some in the boil, and then we also take it, we cold steep it, and then it gets poured into the beer before it's done.
Nice. Okay.
And we used candied caramel in it
Wow.
to.
Even
I don't know
beer is
whether
fun.
I'm drinking beer or having like in an ice cream parlor or something like
Yeah.
that. You know, looks great.
It's finally adult
There you go.
desserts that you can really
kind of,
enjoy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-mm-mm.
Very nice.
Oh, you got to check this brewery out. My goodness.
Oh, I can smell. You know what I like about it? The scent.
Oh my gosh.
You could actually
Ready for more?
smell what you're gonna be tasting.
We a big thing that
Andrea wants some.
that we really as our motto is if we say it's in it, you're gonna taste it.
Yeah.
Oh.
You'll have
Thank you.
some
Thank
breweries
you.
will say, hey, that's coconut and whatever in it, and
You don't really
you
taste
get
it.
like a hint. With this, we want you to be able to taste it in actually the the lineup that we say.
Absolutely.
This is so good. Oh my god.
Wow, it's good, isn't
This
it?
is still my first one. I haven't tried the second one yet.
Yeah. So we got
Trying to suck it down so I can.
Esther Forrester is watching. Hello, Esther.
Sure.
Esther Forrester.
This one's a little more bitter.
Adrian.
Yeah, it is a little bitter.
Hi, Adrian.
You're going to get the coffee notes,
This is
cafe de leche.
Okay.
You'll get coffee notes, and then that we use the dark bitter
Very
chocolate.
Yeah, I
in
was
it.
gonna say it's a little bit
Very
great
good.
though.
Very
Hello, Bonnie. Bonnie Scalisi is watching us from
Hey,
Three's
Bonnie.
Company.
I keep thinking of the 70s show. I'm sorry, Bonnie.
Oh no, that's the.
I was watching a show called Two's Company from England.
There you go. Yeah.
That was throwing me off.
We
Did
also
you ever
have
see that?
Nancy Weems
No, but I heard
watching us.
It's very
Hello, Nancy. Thanks for watching us, Nancy.
you
Hope
go.
you enjoyed the show. I got
Oh,
it right
thank
here.
you. I'm sorry.
You are
Because
welcome.
we're enjoying this beer right now.
All right, this is
In
the
fact-
Cafe de Leche, right?
You know what's good about this though? I bet like if a cop stops you, it's like he won't smell the alcohol. He'll just smell like the.
You're drinking
flavor.
chocolate and coffee.
Yeah, let's say like which do you like?
Exactly.
You hit an ice cream parlor before you go? Yeah, officer. You know,
So good.
Oh,
really
man.
good though.
Oh my gosh.
All right, let me try this. Now, I grew up in Miami, and there was a lot of Cuban coffee, and I always thought their coffee was so good. I mean,
Yeah,
really
they have good
delicious.
coffee.
Yes.
Wow, this is really good. So, is it you and a partner in
Oh,
this
it tastes like
business?
coffee.
No,
That's it.
Yes, it does.
I started it myself. My wife Diana is a big part, even though she doesn't do anything in the brewery.
Right.
She has helped from day one.
She does a lot of behind the scenes.
She does all the stuff behind. She makes sure bills are paid
Uh-huh.
and people pay us. And
Well, that's good.
and
She's the
um,
most important person.
yeah, that our employees are paid. And,
Uh-huh.
Very good.
She started out helping in the tasting room for a good year, and then we started hiring
Uh huh.
because we expanded,
Right.
and then little by little she left that part, and then now she's all back.
What are your hours if people want to come to see you?
Thursday, Friday, we're open 4 to 8.
Okay.
Saturday 1 to 8, and then Sunday 1 to 6.
Nice.
Oh, brief.
So
Yeah.
4 days. We're not open a lot of hours, but
Even to just take out?
even just to take out, yeah.
Right.
Because what happens is our brewery and tasting room are kind of intertwined. So as you're sitting in the tasting room, all the tanks are,
You can
are
watch
right there.
everything, right?
So there are days where we can't have people in there.
Right,
Because
right,
There's
of
just
course.
too much going on, so
Right.
we have to have hours where
Right.
we can produce and still people come in and,
Right.
and enjoy themselves.
Well, I mean, you got the Labor Day weekend coming up.
Yep.
I would say I would go to you on a Saturday, nice Saturday, or anytime
Sure.
during the weekend for some kind of a trip. You just take a trip and taste the beer.
There were like
And
Bring
then
the
bring it
big black
home.
truck's food
Sure.
and come sit and eat.
Bring it home and then barbecue at night. Drink the
there,
beer,
you know,
right?
there are in the area in Farmingdale. There are relatively between Lindenhurst and Farmingdale. There's a meadery, and there's
Right.
probably 5 breweries.
Really? I didn't realize
What's a
there was that
meadery?
many.
A meadery is a honey wine. It's made just from.
Oh, meadery.
meadery,
I thought you
yep.
said meatery. I was like, what's a
That's
meadery?
I'm curious
Oh,
about
that's
that. That's
wonderful.
interesting.
Yeah, those guys are really great. We're good friends with them, and they're doing a little something different. They're called WA Mead Works
Really?
in Lindenhurst.
Wow.
I'd like to give you my card
Sure.
and tell them so that if they'd like to come on,
Oh,
and we'll
and
learn
they
about
do a lot of mead that is fruit
Okay.
based.
Oh,
so
wow.
they'll add mangoes, they'll add apricots,
it. Absolutely, that sounds
strawberry,
delicious.
all different things.
God.
Right.
They did one that tasted like a pina colada.
Right.
That
right.
was
Mead is an old drink, isn't it?
it's if you think about it, think about medieval times.
Medieval
I,
You know,
I've
you-
actually never heard of it. Has anyone ever heard of
Yeah,
it?
no.
Never heard of
Right?
mead?
I
No,
know.
I
No,
never
I
heard of
never
it.
Yeah.
heard of it.
I mean, that's like
It's-
from
it's
ancient
a
times.
fermented
Really?
honey.
Yeah.
Wow.
Excellent.
Oh, wow.
I never
Um,
heard
and-
of that.
It's
Never heard of it.
it's something that really never picked up, and all of a sudden now it's starting to because of the flavors that they had. to it.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Sure.
Before it was just a sweet wine
You know,
that was like
Everybody's looking for something different out
Yep.
there. You know.
Yep.
You know, which is great. You know, with food, drinks, alcohol, regular. Everybody's looking for something different. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Steve, you're the man to do that.
You know what? We were all trying. We were,
That's right.
and it's the same thing in the food industry. You go to restaurants, and everybody wants to. I don't know if you ever heard of the restaurant Noble, the Italian restaurant in
What's it called?
Oceanside. Noble.
No.
No.
So, again, this is how the industry, all the industries, are kind of going. They made a chicken palm pizza. Now, so you're like, okay, chicken palm.
Okay.
Chicken, the crust is made out of the chicken.
Oh wow.
Oh.
So
That's
they
interesting.
pureed chicken.
Right, and they join it together.
They
somehow,
freeze
bind
it. They
yeah.
bind it, freeze it. So now it's the crust.
Right.
And then right before you order it, they
Take
put
it
it in the
out.
oven, sauce and cheese.
Oh,
Oh my
wow.
So when you cut it, it's
It
a
tastes like
solid
chicken.
piece of chicken
Right.
parmesan.
No
Excellent.
carbs.
Yeah.
No carbs, ladies.
that's
and
how-
I gotta get
Well, that's
them
like
on the
the
show.
cauliflower.
Noble
Like
Kitchen.
the,
Noble
Wow.
Kitchen,
Write that
right?
down.
Okay, write it down.
Cauliflower pizza.
Noble Kitchen.
Yes. Oh,
Well, we'll have it
all
on
the time.
That's all right.
Have
Yeah,
that
that's
all the
right.
Oh, wait, here's a pen.
Oh, I do have one.
there you go.
Actually,
That's
Trader
okay.
Joe's one is really good.
Nope.
Yeah, put it right here. Noble
Okay,
Kitchen,
there we go.
Oceanside. All right, that's great.
Very
We have to
good.
try these places too. I mean, you were talking, wasn't it you talking about shopping local? And you know,
Well,
we
yeah.
really have to.
we you know, anybody that's a shopkeeper or a small business wants you to shop local more than
Right.
big box
Or online.
or online.
Right.
And there's so many places now that are doing innovative, stuff. Beer, wine, mead, and especially restaurants now are
Right.
just coming up. And we sell a lot of beer to restaurants, and we like to actually go to restaurants that we sell beer to.
Oh.
Oh.
Sure. Why not?
And there's in Lindenhurst, right by the meadery, there's a place called Restoration Kitchen.
Restoration. I've tried to get them on too. Yeah,
So
very good.
So
Really?
good.
Yeah, very good. Very good. And they do a lot of charitable stuff too.
All the time. A lot of their profit goes towards charities. They're great guys over there. Food is so good. And
Really?
again,
So we can
eclectic.
go to
I've spoken
restaurants
to
and
Mr.
get your
Miller.
beer.
Sure.
Oh,
The gentleman's name is Miller, I believe. Correct?
That I don't know.
Something like that. But I've spoken to him.
They
They're
were-
very busy right now. I've been
Yes.
trying to get them
Yes.
on the show. Hopefully, eventually they'll come on. I know it's great.
You got a Facebook page and a website and all of that, right?
Website www.bradbury.com. We're on Instagram. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitter.
How would we find out what restaurants carry your beer?
That's a hard one.
Oh,
What
'cause
you
don't
can
always
do,
know
though-
who buys.
There's an app called, or you just go online. It's called beermenus.com.
Oh, okay.
Really?
It'll have everybody's.
And if the restaurant or bar is part of it, they will post what they have on tap. So you can put a certain beer that I have, looking for
We'll put the name Barrage, right?
or barrage, yep,
Right,
and
it'll come up.
it will populate all different places that are now saying they have it on tap.
Well, there
Oh,
you go.
wow. Oh, even on tap, right.
But for mostly, you could go like the Croxleys, you said, right? And I forgot what the other one was. The Croxleys and
Good Life Massapequa,
huh.
Jackson's in Comac.
Right.
I mean, again, there's just
Right.
so many Canterbury
sure.
Ales in Ocean
Uh-huh.
in Oyster Bay, and
That's a restaurant,
Jackson's
Canterbury
is a
Ales?
good
Oh, that's a
restaurant.
cute name.
yes, Jackson's is very good.
Okay. Well, what else you got, man? Anything else?
Beer wise, yes,
Yeah.
I have,
Yeah,
I have
let's
lots.
go.
I gotta
right?
try that
Whoa, whoa,
toasted
whoa.
coconut one.
We're getting a little
I'm buzzed already.
buzz. Yeah, right, that's the word. Let's hope there's no
Little bit.
police
I was hoping
outside.
that the food that
We will-
would.
Yeah, that I want to
Yeah.
try.
She just said the
right?
toasted coconut. We will do the toasted
Oh,
coconut.
toasted
yes.
coconut.
Ooh, I gotta get a new cup though.
I love your cans, by the way.
Yeah, they're so cool looking.
Were you talking to her with me? Oh no.
Oh, very good.
I brought my assets.
Steve, very nice, Steve.
Everybody's a comedian.
That's from being on the Wart with Mike and Pete.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, those guys are wild.
It's
man.
just,
Yeah.
it's just.
I like that though, man. I think the crowler's kicking in, man. That's what I think.
Steve, will you give me a fresh cup? This is Andrea's.
Okay.
Yeah, we have.
And
Okay,
you know
there
what
you
else?
go.
Condensed. Steve.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank
Okay,
you.
so this is the one with the coconut,
I still
right?
have coffee left, but I'm dying to try that coconut.
Yeah, I love coconuts.
Ooh, me too. Toasted coconut, you said, right?
Oh God.
Toasted coconut, caramel, milk stout.
What happened?
Oh, it's so good.
Oh, you
Oh,
had,
there
you
you
had
go.
such a pleasurable face on. I didn't
Oh
know
my
what
God,
was going
it's
on.
so good.
You
Wow.
taste it or you just smell?
No, I taste
Wow,
it.
very good, Steve.
Oh, the smell
nice.
is delicious. Oh, wow.
Thank you.
I don't know, Steve. What
Sorry,
are we gonna
Bill.
do? We're
Oh
getting
my
all
gosh.
wasted here, Steve. This is
Wow.
ridiculous.
Hey, when
We
we
can do
spoke,
this
you
every
said,
day.
"Hey, if we have to, we just get drunk."
That's
so-
right, man. So there we go.
Very good.
I'm all set.
Oh, Steve, it's so good.
That is good.
Wow.
It really is. Oh, my gosh.
We might end up be doing the porn station right here. I don't know. I'm only kidding. I gotta be careful. You know, I had a woman said that I was a racist because
What?
I was saying kielbasa was Polish or something like that.
Oh wow.
Can you believe
Really?
that?
Kielbasa's not
Yeah, I could-
Polish?
It is Polish, but like she thought I was a racist because I was commenting on that. That's a Polish dish or something like that.
Boy, we're a
Can
little
you believe it? That's
touchy these
unbelievable.
days,
Oh my
aren't we?
God. Anyway, I don't care. Let's just drink some beer and that will make the world go around better.
That's it. I'll tell you.
You have some of this beer, folks, and PC or politically correct is out of business anyway. So
This is
there you go.
terrific.
I got 5
All
more
of
minutes.
them.
Come on,
That's
Steve. Let's go,
terrific.
man.
Wow.
This beer, we had brewed it a few times, and summer came along, and so we took it off our menu, and people were like, "Where's that toasted coconut
Oh,
beer?"
wow.
Right, of course.
I'm like, "It's the summer. It's it's
they don't
you
care.
really because it reminded them of tropical
It does.
Right.
It has
You know,
pina colada
toasted
taste to
coke,
it.
and
Right.
this one you can see the head is really not that great because
No,
of
yeah.
toasted coconut has oil.
Oil in it, right?
Pretty much all we can do.
Right.
We actually get them dry roasted, and
Ah.
we try to get any of the oils off of it. But it's still
It's hard to.
Yeah.
it's
Good.
Still haven't figured that one out, but
I like it.
It is popular though.
Very good.
I'm not as drunk as I am. I mean, I'm not as drunk as you think I am. Like I am.
I actually used to do stand-up comedy.
Oh my God, you're
Really?
kidding.
There you go.
When?
I was here a few times, and then in the city, Catch a Rising Star, and like a bunch of bringers,
Yeah.
where hey, bring 5.
Yes,
You
yes,
get-
that's the new law.
You get a few people in, and then you get a couple of minutes.
There you
Yes,
go.
yes, yes. Yeah, stand up has changed in that regard, but really, there's nothing like going and seeing some comedy and
it's so
people
good.
sort of.
I will actually in October. I'm going to see Jerry Seinfeld at CW Post.
Oh,
I
nice.
went to CW
Oh, he
Post.
was-
Yes.
That
oh,
was
he
my
was doing-
My
college.
wife did too.
Oh,
Wow, there you go.
maybe we knew each other then.
You never
I
know.
don't know.
I don't
I worked
know,
in the
Steve.
pizza parlor there.
Oh my God.
There was a big pizza place in the Hillwood Commons, and I would be tossing my pizzas up.
I used to own a pizzeria. There you go. See how everybody has everything in common.
comes
here.
around.
So funny. Yeah, I enjoyed that college though. It
Okay.
was really beautiful.
We got Bobby Inzerillo. Anybody know Bobby Inzerillo? No.
No, but I don't know why.
thanks
nobody's
for
coming
watching,
up.
Bobby.
Oh, there he is. No, that's you.
Steve, got some more beer?
We have one more.
What you
Oh
got,
my
Steve?
God,
One more.
Steve.
One more.
We're almost out of time, but we're going to continue drinking.
Yeah.
This one is probably our biggest seller.
Okay.
Really?
It's called Yada Yada Yada.
Yada yada. That's the
Oh,
famous
really?
yada yada
Speaking
yada.
of Jerry
famous-
Seinfeld.
Jerry
And we actually have
Seinfeld's, yeah.
several beers that are, sayings from Seinfeld.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Yada Yada Yada. We have They're Real and They're Spectacular.
Oh, thank you.
There you go. The Jerk Store called.
The
Okay.
jerk store.
Hoochie Mama. So yeah, we have at least 6 or 7 beers. That
So when
that's
you go see
wonderful.
Jerry, you're gonna like.
you know how many people have told me, gotta give him some
Yeah,
yada yada
yeah,
yada.
yeah.
yada."
Oh gosh.
Well, what's her name? Elaine Bettis is the one with the yada yada
Yes.
yada, right?
In fact, I was binging on the New Adventures
Julia
of Old
Louise.
Christine.
Okay, so let's go. Let's go yada yada yada.
Okay, so
my God.
this, you tell me what you think it is.
Okay. Let's see.
Oh, you're not going to tell them what's in there.
No, this is a guess.
All right, Felix.
Good, nice head on
Use
it.
that
too.
It
palate.
does have a nice head on the beer.
I think I dated that head in the 90s.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I made Andrea laugh. That's all that matters.
Chocolate.
That's hard to
Has
do.
chocolate in it?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
It has
Chocolate, right?
Chocolate.
And it has something else. Wait. It has peanut butter in it.
Yes, there you go.
Ah,
Peanut
very
butter chocolate. Lori, nice palate. That's
Yeah,
why
kiss
you're
it,
a palate. That's
She's
why
a
you're a
palate.
palate.
That's right.
Palate.
So it's chocolate peanut caramel.
Yes, the
brown
caramel
ale.
part. Okay.
It originally started, we would put Snickers bars in the beer.
I'll try some of this.
We would cut up
Very
at
good.
least 40 pounds of Snickers bars.
Wow.
Oh my
You want a
God.
fresh cup,
And-
Andrea?
I need a fresh
Give
cup.
Andrea a fresh cup.
This one is delicious.
Fresh
I
cup,
see
please.
why it's
Thank
the
you.
Oh my God,
bestseller.
smell that.
Very good.
Oh
Excellent.
my
Oh, that's a
gosh.
little bit of
That's
heaven.
Yeah.
I gotta confess though, the first one is really
you.
my
I know, the
favorite.
first one
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah, the
Thank
first
you.
one was good, but I like this one. This
Thank
is
you.
good.
This is really good.
Steve, can you do me one favor?
Sure.
Just put the cans, line them up over
I
there, and Roy, take one last picture of all the
Very good.
the beer there.
our Ryan in the back.
Ryan, the engineer. Okay, Roy, you got it?
I'm just waiting for.
We're almost done, right? So we're gonna probably get cut off while we're drinking our beer, folks. So
Oh, that's
happens.
delicious.
I want to
Oh
thank
my
everybody
gosh.
for watching. In case we get cut off, we're gonna probably continue maybe a little more of this.
We're not leaving,
Thanks
dang
to
it.
Steve and also the Big Black Truck.
Yes.
Big black food truck.
Yes.
Big Black Food
Awesome.
Truck.
I like
Awesome.
the
Uh,
Eddie Murphy and everything.
Right.
else.
So
all of
today,
it
go
was
down
delicious.
to Babylon, see the Big Black Food Truck, say hello to Tony and John.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
Tomorrow,
that taco,
tomorrow
man.
go to Food Truck Fridays in Levittown.
Yeah, yeah.
I think it's 3434
Tell 'em about
Hampstead
next week
Turnpike.
here.
What?
Tell them about next week here.
Next week? Yeah, next week here. We're gonna have Kira the belly dancer,
Belly
and we're gonna have
dancer.
Simply Greekalicious.
Oh, that's
So
gonna
that
be
should
wonderful.
interesting.
She looks beautiful.
Yeah, she looks great. And then this weekend, go see Barrage Brewery.
Yes.
See Steve.
Yes.
Get some yada yada yada. get
and
get
everything else.
whatever beer else we had. Get the first one, which was the Crowler, which was the
Salt and fudgery.
Salt and Fudgery.
How many
and
beers
it's
do you have?
delicious.
We rotate throughout a year over 80 beers.
Wow.
my God.
Wow, 80 beers. You're a busy guy, man.
Wow.
We are. We
Yeah, that's nice.
we always like to keep. We don't like to keep the same beer. There's only a couple of beers that we always have,
Uh-huh.
and it's Yada Yada, a Salt and Fudgery, and Tribal Cow.
Wow.
Otherwise, the rest all change.
This is great.
Thank you.
Wow.
I think I'm going to have to take a drive down and get some beer from my friends.
Definitely.
What do you think?
I
It's
mean, it's
terrific.
Labor Day
Really
weekend. That's
terrific.
a great idea to go down and
I've
get
never
them.
tasted beers like this
This is-
before.
this is incredible.
terrific.
Really is.
fantastic.
Thank you.
Really.
Something different. We're glad you're here. Come back again if you'd like. If you do things seasonally too as well, or
Yeah, we do. Besides these darker beers, we do beers called saisons.
Okay.
Saison is a dry French style beer, very pilsner-like, but we add fruits to them.
Nice.
We do a blackberry. We do a pumpkin.
nice.
my God.
So I'd say like back in October, November, you would
Pumpkin
be
beer.
probably good to do that, right?
we also do a cranberry grapefruit.
Nice.
So yeah,
Pumpkin.
it's
Pumpkin's my favorite.
I think Lori's digging your beer, man.
Oh.
That's what I think.
Oh, this was a great
All right,
show to
so-
be on. Thank you,
This is-
Felix. I
you're
really
welcome.
appreciate it.
Come back again.
I will.
I
I might not leave.
You may not leave. We might have a new co-host here. We never know. In case I get the flu or something like that.
Oh my God. No, don't get the flu.
I don't know. All right, Raya, is that it?
How we doing, Ryan?
Sure.
Sure.
Sure.